Coffee cup. I don't know, we need a name for Dancing Coffee Cup. I call him Cyber Joe. Maybe Cyber Joe Coffee Cup. Facebook's online, YouTube's online. Twitch, you're always slow. Always slow, Twitch. That's okay. Get in there. Getting the stream going. Getting the signal out. Seeing who is going to be out there in the Twitterverse. Who's out there in the Twitchverse. Who's out there? We know who's out there in the Twitterverse. Barack Obama sending out that free money. Oh yeah, he is. Bill Clinton, Elon Musk, Bezos, they're all sending you free money. Just send them some Bitcoin, that's all you got to do, and they'll send you some free money. That's all there is to it. Get the morning going. Got folks showing up to the game. I don't know why Twitch takes so long to get online. It just does. It just takes a while to get online. Good morning. Good Friday morning. On Fridays, we wear red. That's for sure. Red is the color of the day for Friday. Everything is coming up peachy. We're ready for a good weekend. We need a break, I think. We need a break after this week. I know if you're out there patching, you're the patch management person. You're the guy that's doing, guy or gal, person doing patch management. You need a break after this week. This week has been rough, and today's going to be no better. What we got in the news today, Russians are out there trying to steal coronavirus research data. DHS is pushing on this DNS vulnerability yet again. Worried about IoT things, the Internet of Things, and Apple has some patches going on. So that just rounds out your week of patching. If you're out there patching, you're responsible for security for your organization, especially if you're a small organization. You've been patching like crazy this week. This has been a patch nightmare week, I think. We also have the topic, or the holiday of the day, the day of the day. And we got swag. We got Cyber-Recon swag coming out. Our first batch of swag will be coming out. Should be picking it up from the printer tonight. We've got cups coming as well. You may notice I've got my maroon. It's close enough to red. This is my new Kalispell brewing cup. And you wonder why, this is kind of a cool cup. It's got a great big giant opening in it, but it's got, in the top of it, it's got a dang bottle opener. Why wouldn't you have a bottle opener in a coffee cup? Why wouldn't you? Got to have a bottle opener everywhere. I still have a sticker on the bottom of that thing. So that's our Illy coffees and our Kalispell brewing. Exceptional brewery up there in northwest Montana by Glacier Park. Great place. So let's throw the intro and then we'll get to the news. That is the roundup of the day. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble today. Cozy Bear, APT 29, Advanced Persistent Threat 29, is out there and in effect. There's Piper this morning. I threw two different links in your show notes. You can check them out below. NPR, as well as, who was the other one from? BBC News. And the reason you're seeing this from two different news sources is this thing was tracked down by U.S., Canadian, and British agencies to figure out what the heck is going on here with our fine folks from Cozy Bear. So Cozy Bear's been around a while. Cozy Bear has been tied to Russian state-sponsored hacking, intelligence gathering, the intelligence organization. It's been tied back to Russian intelligence services, what I'm trying to say. And they caught him. They've caught him digging around, trying to exfiltrate coronavirus research data. So some of the folks that are part of this partnership that track these folks down, NSA, of course, from us, my favorite organization, actually it's a pretty good organization, just a bad name, DHS's Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA. Just, again, come on, guys. where did you come up with that name? CSE from Canada and NCSC from UK. All did part of tracking this down. Obviously, the Kremlin is denying it, but experts said this is plausible that these are the folks that are going after it. If you know APTs, these advanced persistent threats always have kind of a fingerprint. They've got a way that they look when they attack a network. It's a fingerprint, the way they do things. Good morning, Paul. I've got my bandwidth meter in the way. I couldn't see what's going on over here. Good morning, Paul. Good to see you every morning. Hope you got good things planned this weekend. It is going to be rainy out here. Apparently they said it's going to be raining for the next 10 days out in northern Virginia. So the expert goes on to say, we received wisdom that in cyberspace, attribution is difficult but not impossible. I guess that was from Emily Taylor, but not the same person. Yeah, it's hard to attribute these things. Hard to find attribution. But the bottom line is APT29, Cozy Bear, was attempting to gain access to COVID-19 research data and exfiltrate it. And they were caught, as far as we know, they were caught, and their method of attack was social engineering, specifically phishing and spear phishing, to try to get credentials for logging on to some of these accounts to get this data. Obviously, that's one of the most important pieces of research that's going on right now globally is research data into COVID-19. So it's something folks want. Folks are trying to get to. We can't just. It's not one big happy world where everybody's sharing. I guess once somebody finds out, finds the cure for this thing or the vaccine for this thing, I'm sure they'll share, but they'll share at a cost. So that's the big thing behind it. So that's what you know about Cozy Bear going around. You'll probably hear that one in the news. This is newsworthy, and I think that's a new statement we have to make in our morning talk is what is newsworthy, and that's what is going to be picked up by the mainstream media, and what's the stuff that we just need to know amongst our own cybersecurity group of professionals, because those folks out there that watch the news in the morning before they come into work, they may hit you up on some of the things they hear. And we know yesterday and the day before, yesterday was the big Twitter thing. Today it's probably going to be this Cozy Bear thing. APT29, Advanced Persistent Threat 29, is how we track some of these APT threat actors. We give them an APT number. If you use the MITRE attack framework, you can go in there and just click APT29. It'll show the different types of attacks they normally use to come in and attack a network. And that's a good topic we need to talk about one day, is the MITRE attack framework. It's a great tool to use if you're on the defensive side of cyber. It's a great tip to use, a great tool to use to be able to see, if you see certain things, then you'll know who it is. And as always, Mike Bravo, you're right on target. Kill chain, yeah. We got to put a trademark, copyrighted Lockheed Martin cyber kill chain or whatever they call their thing, but it's copyrighted. Their thing is trademarked. You can't say it without attributing them. MITRE attack frame, everyone needs to understand, and I agree with you. If you're on the defensive side, if you're blue teaming, you got to know what these attacks look like. So a good thing with this APT29 group is that MITRE's built the APTs in there. If they're a known APT, Advanced Persistent Threat, you can click that button that says APT29, and it's going to show you the attack all the way across the cybersecurity framework. And that's why we just need to talk about this one day. We need to have a whole class on the MITRE attack framework, because that's a good thing from the blue team. You can go out there and see it coming in. You can see the, and I'll take Alex's tip here, TTPs, tactics, tools, and procedures. I always get tongue-tied when I think of that one. Tools, tactics, and procedures. Anyways, how the bad guys coming in, how it looks. I do. I need to quit my day job. For some reason, the folks want me to pay my bills though, so I gotta keep my day job, and I kind of like it. So I should probably stay there. Um, but then on the red team, if you're on the red team, you want to know the MITRE ATT&CK framework as well, because then you can emulate other attack groups. So if you're trying to emulate APT29, for example, you'd want to use spear phishing as part of your campaign. So it's good to understand MITRE, and it's good if you're on a red team, or if you're on even a SCA team, a security control assessment team. It's nice to put the way you're working through your scans, your assessments of networks, your ethical hacking. I guess we're at the bar, we'd all have to drink. But if you're working through that, you can lay it all out across the framework, and you can present how that kill chain, as Mike Bravo pointed out, how it moves across the network, how we get from penetration to exploitation. And it's just, it's a beautiful thing. MITRE spent a lot of time building it, and they offer it as a low price of free, like many of the things that MITRE does, because they are, I'm trying to think what the acronym is. FF, Federally Funded Research and Development Corporation, FFRDC. So they're a great thing. MIT Research, MITRE. A couple other ones out there do great things, but that's a big thing to know about Cozy Bear, why they're in the news. Impress your friends, impress your family, impress your coworkers. Know that when they start talking about this Russian hack today, it's Cozy Bear, it's APT29. People will be on your side saying, man, that girl knows everything. CISA, again, come up with it. I wish I guess they're not going to change their name now. They're not going to change their name because I say so, that's for sure. But they're in the news again. This is something we've already talked about, so I won't spend a lot of time here. SIGRED is out there. SIGRED has been attacked. SIGRED has been identified by Checkpoint. It attacks your DNS servers. You got to patch it. You got to patch it. You got to patch it now. DHS, they're big in the news today because it's Friday. They're saying, this may have came out yesterday. This is from yesterday. This is the ZDNet article from, I think it's yesterday. I don't see the date stamp on it. Patch your servers, patch your DNS, Windows DNS servers within 24 hours. And I think they're saying that because it's Friday, right? If you don't patch it in 24 hours, you're not going to patch it till Monday, more than likely, unless you have weekend patch cycles, which some people do. But you got to patch this thing. Just mitigating it is not good enough. You got to put the patch in place. It's bad stuff. You got to fix your DNS boxes. Get them fixed. They are terribly important. Off topic, I love been up to Kalispell. Kalispell Brewing, great place. I grew up in Kalispell, left there in 1987, 2 weeks out of high school to go to basic training. Tried so hard to get away from that place. Now I would love to go back. I just can't go back. It's billionaires, millionaires live there. Bought up all the land, raising all the prices. Taxes are going up like crazy. But again, that's off topic. I love Kalispell too. Great, wonderful place. Glacier National Park's up there. All kinds of stuff. We have some common ground. My old brother-in-law was from Thompson Falls. Bruce Laws. Unfortunately, ALS got him a couple years ago. Terrible disease. Damn place. Anyways, on to things. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on CISA. A lot of the stuff, we're rehashing stuff. We're going to rehash some of the Twitter stuff too, because it just won't go away. Internet of Things is in the news. There's an article out today from Dark Reading talking about changing our paradigm. Probably won't spend a lot of time on this. Just Ripple 20 vulnerabilities. There was a bunch of vulnerabilities released in code for Internet of Things. And this patch management of these things is a nightmare. And it's really moving from a thought of patching, and I know we used to talk about this in the Army. Field it, then fix it. A lot of the contractors, they do that. Field it, then fix it. I remember being at a little side note, out at NTC, the National training center in Fort Irwin, California, and they were building their, I forget who was trying, Lockheed maybe, I don't know. I don't take me at that. Someone was building a program called Linebacker. It was a Bradley fighting vehicle, and instead of a TOW anti-tank missile pod on the side of it, it had a Stinger anti-aircraft missile pod on it. And Fort Hood bought like 99 of these things. They took them out to NTC in Fort Irwin, California, the high desert, to test them. And they're driving around with these things. They're supposed to fire on the move because that's an important thing for maneuver forces. They would put the Stinger pod up and it would fall off, it would break off the side of the vehicle. Not a good thing in combat, of course. So that's the kind of same thing we're doing with IoT. Field it, then fix it. We're getting devices out of these manufacturers. They're using third-party code. They're buying code and they're putting it in their device. And then they're selling it. And then once it gets out in the world, out in the market, when they're making a little money, they'll go back and they'll fix some of the code. They'll try to patch it. That's the paradigm we've got to get away from. We've got to build security into it. It's not really something that is new. This has been around forever. Build it secure. So we see Internet of Things devices everywhere. And as part of Smart Home, we're going to be doing this series on Smart Home. Garage door openers, Alexa devices, smart lights.
I'm not sure about that.
No, my Alexa over there talking to me. It's everything. There's so many things that are just Internet of Things. These devices, and I think about all the things that we have, but also things we don't think about, like the medical devices that are these Internet of Things. They're crazy, and I think back to James Gosling. I think that's the guy that made Java. When he created Java, that's what he created Java for, so your toaster could talk to your microwave. That was his grand vision when he created Java years and decades ago. Now we're there. We've got these Internet of Things. We've got things. We do literally have microwaves talking to refrigerators and your cell phone talking to your oven. Strange, weird things going on. But again, that's why we're all going to have jobs forever, is because they just keep expanding what IT can do. What is the number? It was like 31 billion IoT devices that are out just doing all kinds of things, from assembling cars, pacemakers, heart monitors, watches, just refrigerators, everything. We start thinking about security first. Building security into these products. Got to bail. Awesome, good. There is the Cyber-Recon Facebook page we can always continue to chat on. So I agree with you, Mike. Go get some. Great seeing you this morning. Sorry you got to run so fast. I understand. We all got jobs to do. We all got to work. This will be out here later. Obviously recorded to watch later. So Internet Things, we've got to figure out how we can protect these, how we can build them securely, how we can deploy them securely. That's why we're, as part of our network build-out, home office, small office network build-out, we're using the devices we're using, because with ubiquity, we can create simple subnet groups. And that's one of the reasons we're doing this, is so we can have a subnet for our Internet of Things devices that don't need to talk to our home devices. They don't need to talk to our home network or our office network. These devices from Amazon that talk to you, they don't need to be connecting to your local network. They just don't. So when we build our network, we'll build different subnets: guest subnet, Internet of Things subnet, and our normal work subnet. So a lot of good things come with that. That's that. Apple, like I was saying at the beginning, Apple's releasing a dozen patches or so for everything from their watch iOS, the TV iOS, the regular iOS, and then the Macintosh, the Mac iOS. A bunch of things are being fixed. A bunch of CVEs are being fixed with this. And highlighting this is just this week, if you're doing patch management, if you've got patch management in your list of tasks, it's going to be crazy because you had Microsoft Patch Tuesday, Cisco released patches, SAP had that group of SAP patches that came out. I think that's the big ones. Now at the end of the week, Apple's dumping patches out too. So amongst other things that are being patched. Oh, the patch bundle, yeah, the patch bundle from Oracle, that giant patch bundle from Oracle too. So yeah, if you're the patch management person, you're the person pushing patches. You've been pushing patches all week, and we're going to finish it off this week with Apple patches going out. So dozen or so Apple patches fixing code execution and the WebKit processing, and what else is in this thing? Video encoder, fixing a video encoder issue, playback corrupted audio files issue. Yeah, they're just all the devices, all of the things are getting the updates. I'm not a lot going on Twitter. Twitter's the same old thing. More information is coming about the breach. They're trying to track down how the breach occurred. Obviously, we know it was phishing, a phishing campaign, social engineering at its highest. There's a lot of good information out there about why this happened, why it happened, and just the ridiculousness that this happened in this day and age. The ridiculousness that an adult, and we're going to assume they're adults because they have access to Bitcoin, an adult would fall for a scam that Bill Gates is going to double your money, that Bill Gates is going to give you free money, or Elon Musk, or Kim Kardashian West. They're going to give you money, and they're doing it because of this altruistic COVID-19 thing. But before they give it to you, you're going to have to give them money. This just seems like a scam that was written as a joke. But it's not a joke. It was over $100,000 was taken from people through this Twitter scam. This hacking that turned into a scam. I don't want to say that adults would fall for that. You hope you wouldn't do that, but critical thinking is one of the things we're missing here. Why would Elon Musk double your money? If he's giving money away, he's just going to give money away, and he's probably going to give it away through a legitimate charity or a legitimate organization that's doing good out there. He's not going to have you tweet him money and then double it and send it back to you. It's crazy. It's crazy people fell for this. Now they're trying to track down through the Bitcoin chain who did this. Maybe they'll find out, maybe they won't. One of the big points about Bitcoin is, you can't track folks down. You can't do it. You can't. Distributed ledger makes it very hard to do. So that's why Twitter's back. I just want to highlight that this is still, people are still talking about this. People are still looking into why did this happen. Well, it happened because people are gullible. There are new digital lemmings. They're going to click the button. They're going to believe the Facebook ad. They're going to install TikTok and believe that if you put forks around a battery, it's going to spin just because somebody knows how to run film backwards. It's a crazy world we're living in. Everything that's going on right now, people really need to think critically about what they're doing. Just think, why would somebody want to do that? Why would somebody give me free money? And if they're giving me free money, why would I need to send them money first? I don't know. That's my thoughts on that. Today is World Emoji Day. So I guess this is an easy one to follow through on. Emojis were first created in Japan in the 1990s. Fun to use. They were based on the yellow smiley of the 60s and 70s. Harvey Ball, commercial artist from Worcester, Massachusetts, created the smiley face in 1963. Gained worldwide popularity. Yeah, we see emojis everywhere. Emojis have evolved from just the smiley faces to promotional crap now, and all kinds of stuff. But you can use your emojis today. That's an easy way to celebrate World Emoji Day. It's always observed on July 17th, in case you want to mark it on your calendar for next year. And last thing I got up, let me move the news out the way. Move my screen back down here. Like I said, we do have swag coming out. We had to create some so we can give it away for prizes. So Mike, I know you're off the line, but of course you're going to get some of this swag from winning like the first 18 rounds of trivia night. How many we won? But we got some cups coming, some like this, and some water bottles. They're not here yet. Got a great person that's going to laser etch them all out. But tonight we're going to pick up the first batch of swag apparel t-shirts. So we have our Red Friday t-shirt will be coming out. And then the other one we did was the RMFer. So if you're in the risk management framework, you can get yourself an RMFer shirt, or you can win yourself one. We're probably going to bundle some of this stuff with some of the coursework coming out too. But those are the two things we did. We haven't got a lot coming out. We're small. We're a little organization trying to make things happen, make change for the world, change for the better. But it's Friday. All week long we've had a ton of news. Really more news than we can cover. And then we get to Friday and there's just kind of a drought. I don't know if people get tired or what, but by the end of the week it's slowed down a little bit. Patch management is a big, huge thing. So I think we'll wrap the morning up. Quick show this morning. Well, quick is half hour. Normally we run about an hour. So good conversation, good things to talk about. I think, Alex, this MITRE ATT&CK framework, it's an important topic. There's a lot of things that we take for granted in cybersecurity. Things like MITRE ATT&CK framework, CVSS scoring, even how scanning works. That really, if you're new to the field, those things would be nice to know. How can I use the local variables to adjust a CVSS score? It might be a 10, but once I adjust it locally, it may be a 4. That's what CVSS is all about. And then MITRE ATT&CK framework is huge. There's a ton of other things too, spiderweb charting and things like that you just learn over time. So I think it'd be good to put on the channel. I think that'd be good to cover. Like you said, Alex, it's hard to fit it all in a day. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to tell you, if you haven't done it yet, hit that button over there, subscribe, share it with your friends. If they're in the cyber world, they want to get in the cyber world, we're most mornings, unless I tell you we're going to be out, if we're out of town or something like that, or it's a holiday, we'll be online. We'll be online 7:30 every morning, sharing cyber goodness with you guys, because we all need to know it, and we can get this interaction going where we can push things forward, expand the bounds, and make sure you know what's going on. When you get to work today, when people ask you about the craziness of Twitter or the Russian attack or any of the other things, or maybe you don't do patch management, but the people that do patch management, it might be a good day to go in and say, hey, good job, guys, or buy them a coffee or something, because they've been jobbing this week. They've been on it this week. Everybody's releasing patches. Every platform almost has pushed patches out this week, and if they're doing their job, we're doing what they're supposed to do. They're meeting their SLAs to get these things patched. They've been on it this week. They've been on it. Hopefully they fix that DNS. If you got DNS, Microsoft DNS, hopefully that's been patched by now. And if not, hopefully that's done in the next 24 hours. But following the advice of Mike Bravo, go get some. Throw those comments below. Smash that like button because it helps the logarithm. Subscribe. Hit the bell. You'll be notified. And have a wonderful weekend. We will see you Monday morning, bright and early, 7:30. And until then, be safe out there. Go get some, and we'll see you next time.